Pedro Casillas, Squalid Town, Squalid Town, Pedro Casillas. Pedro, you have the stage.
On the morning of his unexpected death, Paco the pimp was indulging in his favourite pastime, that of beating someone up. In this case, the poor unfortunate was a youngish looking twink, a young male, gay, transvestite, a sex worker. There are probably lots of more nastier terms, but escort will do. And why was Paco giving him a kicking? Who knows? Paco was not one for idle chit-chat. Why speak when your fists can do the talking for him? Most likely it was, 1, because the poor unfortunate hadn't paid Paco enough protection money. Oh, the irony of it. Or the boy had been lippy with him, giving too much of that, and you don't get lippy with Paco and get away with it. Or 3, because Paco was a sadistic so-and-so who loved to throw his weight around. Whatever the reason, there he was with his boot on the poor twink's face in a darkened alley, the usual habitat of such scum, somewhere in deepest Squalid Town. And I had been looking for him all night. See, I had a score to settle with Paco. I'd known him since school. He was nasty then, as he is nasty now. But me and him, we had an understanding. I kept out of his way, and he kept out of mine, as long as he left me and my friends alone. Well, one day, a good friend of mine, been going through a rough patch. He had, over many years of agonizing, decided that he was really a she, and she was going to come out and tell the whole world about it. Well, she did. She was at the local pub having a drink when she suddenly blurted it out to her close mates. Unfortunately for her, Paco, who for as long as I can remember had taken a dislike to my friend and loved to shout out to anyone who would listen what a poofter he was, well, he just happened to be in the pub and overheard my friend making this announcement. Without any warning, Paco smacked my friend across the face, breaking her nose. "You effing poofter! I always said you was queer." And with that, he slammed my friend to the ground, kicking her again and again and again in the face. Her face looked like a distorted beach ball by the time he had finished with her. Paco was a bully. Look, I'm no angel, but when someone hurts one of my friends, they harm me. And I'd been looking for an excuse for a long time to do Paco, and this one I was not going to miss. So there I was, in the alley in deepest Squalid Town. I walked up to Paco, called his name, and as he turned, I nicked him across the neck with a yanagi, one of the sharpest Japanese knives on the planet. At first, he just looked stunned. You see, the yanagi doesn't feel sharp. In fact, you can hardly feel it at all. It's just that when the blood starts to flow, that's when you realize you've been cut. And unless you're pretty quick, then it's too late. And that's how it was with Paco. He turned, he recognized me, screamed some expletives, and then he made towards me, but I caught him off guard and I pushed him back. Watching him fall back was like watching a slow motion movie. And once he hit the floor, he tried to get up. I'd save my energy if I was you. Try stopping the blood. You see, I reckon you've got about 10 minutes before you start to feel dizzy, and a few minutes later, disorientated. You see, I nicked a main artery, and it takes about 10 minutes for the brain to catch up. and recognise it's been starved of blood and oxygen. And after the dizziness, you'll lose consciousness. And then sadly for you, and it won't be long, death will come along. So if I were you, I'd be looking for something to stem the flow, and something stronger than your fingers. The twink, who had been whimpering on the ground, slowly gets to his feet, looking horrified at the scene that was unfolding in front of him. Go, I say, and don't turn back. Go and keep going. You don't have to worry about this piece of garbage anymore. The twink, hand over his mouth, tears streaming down his face, unsteadily started to run and run and run. Well, Paco, you didn't listen. I told you you needed something to stop the blood. Yes, I can see. Consciousness is seeping away. You'll be gone soon, and not before time, you nasty piece of filth. Goodbye, Paco. Paco collapses to his face, eyes wide open, an ever-widening pool of blood flowing all around. Dead. And as I walk away, I hear the dawn chorus start to sing as another night in Squalid Town comes to an end. Postmaster.
Thank you very much. Thank you very